So, the truth around here is a pretty weird thing. Doesn't have a whole lot to do with the day-to-day reality, and yet it still is this undercurrent that you can't get away from. People get caught up in what they're supposed to say, and they start mistaking it for what's real. And then they start, doing math that misses a few figures here and there. And they end up writing letters to Congress and to national agencies and stuff. The other day I was on my way to get mushrooms, and this young girl starts following me, and it becomes kind of clear as things have played out for the past couple of days that she's gotten a little too close to Mikey. And we're not all the same. A lot of childlike people, or people who are allowed to remain in a childlike state, don't understand that there is a barrier, that they might be able to relate to people of a certain age, but that they need to put some effort into some separation. And when you're a pinhead, you don't have room in your head for a lot of bullshit. So if you take bullshit in, like racism, it shuts down your ability to do much more functional things. It's why cultures that have invested a lot in what is conventionally called racism, when they hit the part of the genetic cycle where the brain case begins to shrink in a higher percentage of their population, they can't function. And it manifests in a lot of different ways before the actual physical shrinking. But there are consistent signs along the way. Anyway, a lot of people here have been writing to Congress about thinning out the welfare rolls. And a lot of people have been talking about acknowledgement of, there's a lot of stuff that happens behind the scenes that's kind of like not entirely legit, or it's kind of legit under certain auspices, but it's really difficult to explain. Anyway, the whole mushroom thing, like I said, for the most part, I can get what I need. Daily mushrooms, the edible kind, from the grocery store, $1.29 a can. I get like 3 days worth that much. The hunting mushrooms in the woods every day and being very visible doing that, that's participation in the community. And as I may or may not have mentioned before, I have a lot of friends and relatives in Congress. We don't always play it that way, but that's called politics.